We'll be starting the closing ceremonies in 3 minutes, so gather your friends and make sure everyone's inside. Good afternoon, everyone. Are all the hackers here? Is everyone here? How are you guys doing? Cool. How many hours of sleep did you get? Who got the least hours of sleep? How much? 3 and lower than 3. Anyone? Overall, since ETHIndia started, 3 hours. 3. Is anyone lower than 3? I'm gonna pop up for you, just to wake you up. What? 0. All right. Okay. Anyway, let's begin with the closing ceremonies. I've got some. You want this? Yeah. Once. Let's just clap really loudly and just really loud. Okay, let's begin with the closing ceremony. So, I've got some slides, and I'm just gonna go over them. First of all, thank you so much for spending your weekend with us. It was really amazing. Hope you liked the food and the environment, and you got your mentoring, and you're doing good. I mean, you'll get some sleep, and then you'll be doing good. Anyway, so yeah, thank you so much, and thank you to all the volunteers, organizers, judges, and everyone. We saw some really great projects here. And just to recap the numbers again, we had 1,927 applications this time. For the 45% of you, this is your first hackathon. 68% of the people are new to Ethereum. Can you just quick show of hands? Did you finish your project? Okay, they are not new to Ethereum now, so you guys didn't finish your projects. Anyway, going on, we had 175 attendees this time, all of you around, and we had 61 teams and project submissions, and we saw some really good projects. Judges had a hard time, to choose the ones that are becoming the finalists, and I'm just going to show their names on the screen, and what they'll have to do is one by one later come and demo their projects, all right? Okay, so these are the finalist teams. We have those.cash. We'll just make sure that they are in the hall right now, so whenever I say that, just raise your hands or just shout, hoot, whatever. Those.network, those.cash. We have Lens, OneLend, Tessa, is Tessa in-house, Tessa, Credit, okay, cool, New Aztec. All right, we have all the teams here. So what we'll be doing is we'll be demoing it, and you'll be going in the exact sequence that's shown on the screen. And also, we have a few honorable mentions. Can you show my laptop screen on the... So the honorable mentions are Credify. Let's clap for them. Where's Credify? Is Credify here? Credify is right there. We have Crowdsurance. Crowdsurance in the house. Okay, we've got ZK Creds. We've got Mobi ETHPay. I guess, where's Mobi ETHPay? Yes, they're right there. All right. Okay, so thank you again. And now I think we'll start with those.cash. Is those.cash ready? Yeah. Let's welcome them on stage.
Hi, my name is Ben. It's an honor to be here. It's my second hackathon in my life, and it was, again, a very memorable experience. We didn't sleep much as a team, so we definitely bonded. So I don't have a lot of time, so I'll get to the point. We, as a team, we wanted to really start exploring privacy. And so there were, a month ago, Kendrick Tan published the HiSwap smart contract that did ring signatures on Ethereum. And I thought that was amazing, so I chatted a bit with him. And the whole past year, one of the idols has been Austin Griffith with the Burner wallet, who sort of demonstrated that it's really nice to have a very quick wallet ready at hand. And so we thought that it was really, sorry, I really didn't sleep at all. But so if you have the Burner wallet, it's really accessible. You can send money to each other in no time. You can send it over a link. But now you're leaving a trace. Imagine that it's digital cash, you're leaving a trace everywhere. and you only want to top it up occasionally. So we looked at the UI problem, and then we thought, what if you have a spending page that you default onto, but you have an encrypted savings account that you need to enter a 6-digit PIN into. But if you, but this savings account is actually connected to your smart contract wallets that are your cold storage. Now, if I'm going around life and I'm paying with digital cash, then I don't want to reveal to everyone what my money holdings are. And so what we did is we built a web wallet that stores in the key store burner keys, and we connected it to HiSwap, so the ring signatures. And so every time I pull money out of my smart contract storage, now we don't directly send it to a new burner wallet. We actually send it to the ring mixer, and then it gets withdrawn from there to the burner account. What that does is that you have actual privacy. And we wanted at the same time to make it intuitive that you get it right, so that you don't have to think about using the signatures. So on the default page, you have your total balance. The 0 doesn't work, but if you click on advanced, you will see that you have sort of the burner keys that you have. We obviously tested a lot, so we have way too many keys. But in general, if they're used, you just discard them. You can go to dos.cash, and it should somewhat be on your phone as well. But then if you go to top up, then the first time you come here, you need to create a 6-digit PIN and confirm it. But now we already have it. And then what you, oops, we're really, really badly prepared. Apologies for that. But the idea is that you have this known concept of your savings account and your spending account. And if you withdraw from your savings account, which is your secure smart contract wallet, then it's disconnected over ring signatures. We weren't able to complete all the parts, so the withdraw button doesn't work, and the add bucket was supposed to give you a pop-up for a faucet, and so we weren't able to wire that together. But we did also build a bot that in the background keeps sending money to itself over the ring signature, so that you have a guarantee that within some time the ring will close and your money ends up in your spending account. But in general, we really thought it was very important to add privacy to usability. And as a side note, this also runs on layer 2 on top of Ethereum, so it's fast and instant and almost cheap, even using the ring signatures. Yeah, thank you. Any questions? Or, I don't know, there's no questions. Thanks.
Next up, we have Lens. Lens, you have 3 minutes.
So, hi guys, how's it been? A bit tiring for it. Yeah, so I'll make sure. So, from the very start, we had this idea of building something upon the zero knowledge stuff, because it was like we had found really compelling use cases, and our focus went to lending. And the core problem that we had in mind was when users when they wish to lend some amounts, it's not a problem if the amounts are not very big. But if you have amounts ranging from 100 ETH to 500 ETH, the users don't always want everyone to have a knowledge of the amount that they are trying to lend. So bringing zero knowledge into this and allowing users to lend on the LendRight protocol and confidentializing the huge values using Aztec was the challenge that we had to tackle, and we probably were a bit successful, I think. And I think, Tezan, you should go with the other.
Sure. So we tried to implement some protocol level changes into the Lendroid smart contracts to implement Aztec zero knowledge and notes into it. So we can just start off with the demo maybe.
So, so basically this is the basic app that we made. So how it will work is initially the lender comes on the platform and he selects the tokens and price and everything, and he once he puts the loan in the order book, what actually happens is he creates a note which is a zero knowledge note, in which the borrower cannot, or basically anyone cannot just directly see the value of the note. So in every case what will happen is the borrower will have to basically generate a view request to the lender, and once the lender approves the view request, only then he'll be able to see the value of the note. So in that way what happens is all the transactions remain confidential. So whenever let's say the borrower sees, so he will have something like this. And in the below section we will have like my lend orders. So over there we will be able to see what exactly the amount we created, and to add some better user experience as well, we added a function of bucket as well. So over there, even if someone is not exactly know what is the value, he will at least know where to look at. So basically the whole reason of doing this was if we are lending, let's say small amounts, something like 1 to 2 or let's say 10 ether, so it doesn't really matter. But if let's say you are transacting in high values, something like 500 or let's say 1000 or 5000 ethers, so in that case you will need some kind of confidentiality in your process. So that was the whole idea of building on this.
And please forgive us for the shitty UI. The protocol level changes were so hectic on us. So the major focus of our hack was on the protocol level changes on Landroid, trying to integrate Aztec. So yeah, that's it probably. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we've got one lend.
All right, here we go. My name is Sergey. This is Anton, my colleague. We are Cryptomaniacs, and we are very, very happy to stay here. We are going to present our project from this hackathon. This is OneLend. This is a crypto lending aggregator, and Anton will explain some technical details.
So we built some kind of unified table which introduces to the user all lending opportunities in different protocols. You should specify the amount you wish to lend to earn interest and the token you wish to lend. For example, currently BET token is selected, so inside this table you can see all BET lending opportunities. For example, this is smart contract of BET in Compound. This one is ETHLend order book based system. We also combine in this table opportunities which contains one token solutions and two token solutions. For example, if you wish to invest liquidity in Uniswap or Kyber, you will put two assets simultaneously into these systems, and you will earn on exchange. When people will exchange one token, one asset for another, you will earn interest rate. And we also invented our own formula to compute interest rate for most of these platforms. Since they are all differently implemented, some of them are pool-based, some of them are order-based, some of them are two-token pool-based. So this interest rates counts differently. The main idea was to count, for example, for two tokens, the interest rate which do not depends from these token prices changes, but depends only on fees returns from exchanges. And also we can show a slippage. This means how this interest rate will be affected since you put this amount of this token into this liquidity. For example, if you put to pool-based system the same amount it already have, you will halve its interest rate.
Yeah, I will go ahead with the balances. You can see here the balances. Here, example, Uniswap. I stored here some BAT and ETH. And also I have something here in the Compound version 2. You can directly interact with the smart contracts of Uniswap and Compound. You can deposit, you can also withdraw. Here were Cryptomaniacs. It's a pleasure for us to stay here. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Our team name is Bohemian Satoshi. I mean, it's like our first time being into Ethereum and blockchain and everything. So, like yesterday I knew. I mean, really excited that we got into the top 6 teams. So I just want to present my idea, our idea. Just really nervous. Okay. So you know how like in India or many other countries, like torrent size often gets blocked. For example, like a very good example is like Pirate Bay. Pirate Bay is like the most largest torrent sites ever, but they get blocked like they get blocked and censored by the government. There's like many proxies, like the 50 or 100 proxies, but every one of them get blocked. So even if I have to download a legal torrent like Ubuntu or Linux or any other ISO images or even like Creative Commons license legal films, I can't do that with torrent. I mean, like I can't search for torrents like that. So BitTorrent is actually decentralized, but not the search engines. So why not make the search engine also decentralized? So that's what our basic idea was. Like we said, we are new to Ethereum, so this is not actually a completed product, but we did get to make it almost work. It's a simple search engine. You just search something, and so Big Bunny is a legal movie. It's Creative Commons licensed. Okay. So even if I have to download Big Bunny, I can't do that with the Pirate Bay or any other. I can search for legal torrents even in the sites. So that's basically it. So what we did was that torrents have like a magnet link, and torrents have we associate each torrent magnet links with some keywords and a name and an author. So how the author system acts, like anyone can add torrents to this site. We just have to log in. We implement login with the Taurus. And once you log in, you get a public key right on top. So you just have to add a torrent, and that author will be associated with that public key. So why we did and then we submit this magnet link and this files to the IPFS system. We are using Orbit DB so that we can easily search from that each nodes. So these torrents indexes are spread over many nodes, and even if one node is blocked, the client can and the browser can actually switch to a different node. So we encrypt the magnet link with the private key of the author, and we put it on the Ethereum blockchain. So why we do that is because like there are some content providers in torrents like who are really verified. Like you don't want to download virus or something. So you don't want to download virus or something. So like you have to verify that the torrent is actually the correct one. So that's why we did that. That's basically it.
Yeah, sorry for a very unprofessional pitch, I guess.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
Thank you.
Credit. Is credit here? Okay.
मेरा नहीं वर्क कर रहा।
अच्छा चलो इनपुट कौन सा पीछे है पीछे भाई गलत स्क्रीन कर रहे हो तुम कास्ट कौन सी स्क्रीन हुई कास्ट माउस से खोलना जाओ डिस्प्ले 1 सेकेंड सिंगल डिस्प्ले या मिरर कर दे मिरर बस अप्लाई कीप पीछे आ जाओ इस पर क्लिक कर दे बस हेलो एवरीवन हेलो So I'm Mudit Gupta from Polymath, and in my team I have Satyam Agrawal as well, Polymath, and then Saad Hassan from Propelled. So what we have built is Credit. Credit is an open reputation protocol. So it tries to mimic the real life reputation of everyone. So just like how in real life you gain reputation if you do good deeds and you lose reputation if you do bad deeds, we have implemented something similar here. Other than that, you also gain reputation through vouchers. So just like in real life, if I vouch for someone, then he automatically gets some credibility if the other guy knows me. So similarly, you can vouch for someone else on our system. The use cases involve, for example, we can give unsecured loans, uncollateralized loan through this. You can just use our reputation as a credit score and give loans to people. This introduces new people to possible loan possibilities. So like farmers and other people who haven't been involved in the credit ecosystem and haven't taken any loans may not have any credit score or anything, but they can use our platform basically to gain reputation and get loans. Other use cases involve CIBIL protection. So since reputation can't be earned easily, you can implement CIBIL protection. Then you can do lock drops like Edgeway just did. So Edgeway did that with ETH balance. How much ETH balance you have, you'll get their token as airdrop. But I think it's better to use reputation as a matrix than the amount of ETH you own, because like otherwise Bill Gates will own everything. So you can use this for basically dropping your tokens if you're doing airdrops or something. Okay, I'll do a quick demo. So we have implemented Taurus login, so you don't need MetaMask or anything. It will just work with your Gmail. I'll show you how do I earn a reputation. So I talked about how good deeds earn you reputation. So on our platform, we can implement how I earn the reputation. So the good actions on our platform can be like many other things. For example, if you lock Ether in MakerDAO CDP, then you are proving that you actually own Ether and you are financially able to actually lock it. So we'll give you 1 reputation for every Ether you lock every day. So that's how you gain reputation. Some other parameters include getting an ENS name for 100 reputation, creating an asset on Polymath, tokenizing an asset, you get some reputation since you can prove that you own that asset, stuff like that. Then Saad will demo how to vouch.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
On a lighter note, basically this reputation will be helpful in Tinder network too. So we can explore that area too. That's it.
Thanks. Thank you, Team Black Mirror. Next project is New Aztec. Yeah, this is the last one.
Hello. Can you change it to mirror? Change it to mirror. System preferences. Mirror it. Displays. Displays. It's few minutes. There's some technical difficulties. Please bear with us. Mirror it, mirror it. Did you mirror?
You have to pull it into
Mirror it. No? Mirror it. You can do that. Open the PPT. You have to pull in it. Mirror display. Okay, awesome. Open the PPT. It's coming, it's coming. Play it. Hey guys, I'm Sarang along with my teammates Venkatesh and Prateek, and we are called as New Aztec. Right? I literally believe this is the lamest name we could come up with because we are using a new cipher and Aztec together. So what we are trying to do is very simple. We are trying to develop a selective zero knowledge proof mechanism. So just don't Google it around. We just coined this 2 days back. So what a selective zero knowledge proof is, basically whenever we do a zero knowledge proof transaction, it is between two people, right, who would be having this secret conversation and nobody in the world knows about it, right? So everything in this would be secret. On the other hand, there is a public transaction. So whenever you do a public transaction, everybody knows about it. So we are coming somewhere in between, where in the current zero knowledge proof transaction that you do from Aztec, we could provide selective view access to it. So it still holds all the zero knowledge proof condition and everything, but there are some people you can give access to view this. So, and why do we need this, right? Zero knowledge is the ideal solution, right? Why do we need this? The world is not ideal anymore, right? So we need a suboptimal solution that can bridge this gap. Next. So this is the main reason why do we need this kind of solutions, right? Because seeing Monero, it's such a brilliant solution and still not catching up because of the regulatory authorities, right? And we wouldn't want to live in a country without a government, right? So it's better to have freedom and somehow come to arrangement where we cooperate with people like this. Yeah, so. Yeah. So we'll go through the demo of it, where we would be doing a confidential transaction and we'll be invoking and revoking a person's identity to this contract. So like say, you can just send it. So it's doing a confidential transaction. Yeah, so we can see the transaction and we can go to the dashboard of the regulatory authority people. New tab, new tab. Yeah, so here we can see all the nodes of it. Refresh. And here at down, we would see which node we have to view. So with New Cypher, we have created policies for different organizations. So this would not just work with government, but different organizations. There are other applications such as like identity and auctions on top of it as well. So if I click on view note, we could see the value that was there, right? Earlier, this value won't be visible to anybody if it was plain zero knowledge proof. As we have opted for selective zero knowledge proof, we would be now given access to somebody else, and he will be also able to view that. So we would go to config, and we will invoke. And yeah, it was invoked. So what we basically have built is a platform, right? What you're seeing a UI is just a way for us to demo you. So yeah, so we can select the role. And when we come down and view the transaction, yeah. So see, you saw that it wasn't able to do that because it was not given the access to it. So, okay. So if you guys have questions, you can look at our GitHub profile, everything. We've given all the instruction to set that thing up. We also have our architecture layered up. So it's a platform. So we want you guys to come up with a similar solution built upon top of this platform for the next ETHIndia.
Sorry? A big congrats to all the 6 winning teams once again. Can we have a big round of applause for them? And remember, if your applause reached a certain threshold, I'll pop this. No, it's not there yet. Keep clapping, keep clapping. How does this work? Can anyone help me? This is embarrassing. Okay, anyway. I'll do this later. Of course, these are not the only, I mean, congratulations to all the finalists, but we had some teams building on sponsor-specific projects. So I'd like to call upon the sponsors, and each of them will have 30 seconds, and they'll introduce the project and what they worked on, and what the teams have won. So first up, we've got Landroid. Okay, please welcome Landroid on stage. Switch.
That's us. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Okay, it's afternoon. Doesn't matter. You're all jet lagged anyway, so it's fine. So I mean, we've been really inspired by what we've seen over the last couple of days, and I just don't mean the work that you've put into the hackathon. It's the amazing conversations that we've had. I've seen live people falling in love with coding on the blockchain, and that makes us really happy. We started off with prize money of $3,000, but based on what we've seen, we've had to up it to $5,000. So thank you for taking our money. So and to introduce the prize winners this time, without further ado, Vignesh Sundaresan, the founder of Lendroid, and we, our tech lead.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So based on what we've brainstormed and what we've discussed.
Actually, like we went through various projects that came to us and spoke to us, and we thought we'll do a dimensional thing to understand which teams best will deserve these awards. It was hard. So we divided into how well they use Lendroid, how useful it is in a real world situation, and also whether they were able to complete the project within the hackathon, right? So those were the three dimensions, and yeah, you can.
So The winner of the Lendroid API prize, the first place, goes to Pranav Maheshwari and his team for crowdsourced blockchain-based fundraising. And the second prize goes to ZK Loans. That's what we call them. They're easy teasy. Tezan, Akash, and Smith. And then we've got a consolation prize for OneLend. They are the loan aggregators. Guys, you are awesome. And we've also got consolation prizes for our voice-based lending team, led by Puneet. And that's followed by STFI, that's what we call them, Security Tokenized Finance. And finally, it's one more project by Voit Mascarenas. He's working on GraphQL for Web3. Thanks, guys.
And congratulations to all the participants. Thanks a lot, and we'll be here next year. Thank you.
Okay, I just have two things to say. Now we've graded the projects according to the strictures of a particular hackathon. They have to be complete here. But like we've told a lot of teams who've spoken with us, this journey does not end here. Please stay in touch. There are a lot of interesting ideas you bring to the table, which we would love to take forward outside of the hackathon also. And I did say in my opening speech, show me what you got, and boy did you show us what you've got. Huge round of applause to all of you.
Up next is Kyber.
It's time for the quick 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Yeah. Okay, hello everyone. Again, we're very excited to be here. It was a pleasure to meet everyone here and to be able to, help those who are hacking and, integrating Kyber as well. There have been about 10 projects that hack on Kyber, and we are only limited to choosing 5 of them for our bounties. There's no placing, so all these 5 winners will be receiving the same, award. So without further ado and without ranking, these are the 5 winners that we picked. First is Pocket Bank. Woo. Next, SlipSwap. Kyber Call Collect. Woo. Calvin, yeah. OneLend, of course. Forever going around hackathons. And last one is Global Exchange. So please approach us later on at our booth. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Matic. Matic? Oh.
We are actually overwhelmed by the number of applications we received on Matic, the number of projects built on Matic. It was tough for us to choose only 3 out of many. So first one is Matigram. They are monetizing Instagram posts on Matic. Congratulations. Second one is Hack It Like a Mount Gox. They are building community storytelling on Matic. And third one is Easy Teasy. I don't know how it's called. Confidential Loans. Congratulations, guys. And all of the teams are getting thousands of dollars bounties from Matic side. Congratulations. And we also have one news. Yeah, good.
So first of all, I want to say that, like we go for many ETH Global events, and the quality of the winners and the other solutions was far superior than the recent hackathons we attended. So this is a great jump from last year. Last year we had very although many big projects like InstaDapp and Incento came out of you guys only from here. But still, by and large, the people were still scratching the surface. This time we have like real world use cases being built on blockchain, and it's like very different than what other geographies are doing. So kudos to all of you guys. A big cheers for all of you. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will take India on the global blockchain road, global blockchain map. And India will emerge as a superpower in blockchain industry also. Ooh. Okay. So bigger, and one more thing apart from this, for all of you, like I see that some of these ideas can really become full-blown startups. And one of the pledge that we took last year when we were in our very early stages is that we are going to help all the the projects that come out of India, ETHIndia, and other avenues. So we also help the projects in terms of becoming real startups. So we have a developer support program where we have committed $500,000 where we support the projects, and we can give you this thing. And then apart from that, you can actually, so we are exclusive partners with Binance Labs Incubation as well as Binance Fellowship Program. And for the open source projects, you can apply for Binance Fellowship Program, which is like a minimum $15,000 bound grant. And for the Binance Incubation projects, you can get funding up to like $500,000 from them. So do utilize that opportunity and get in touch with us if you want to get in touch with those with Binance and maybe other investors in this space. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Thank you, Matic. Next up, we have Taurus.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Zen from Taurus, and we've really had a great time here in the past few days. The hacking has been phenomenal. The projects that have come out have been great. 15 projects integrated with Taurus. Unfortunately, we can only pick 5 for the prizes. Our first grand prize goes to Kyber Call Collect. With Kyber Call Collect, you can transfer ERC20 tokens gaslessly. And the interesting ideas of counterfactual and that sort of thing. Our next prize for fulfilling an industry need goes to Cryptomaniacs, OneLend, an aggregator for debt and loans. Our next prize is most intuitive, and this one goes to Wildcards with a ad space platform which is decentralized. Our next prize is great overall user experience, and this one goes to Blue Bulls, Credit ETH. Oh, wait, no. Blue Bulls Credit ETH wins the best creative design for implementing Taurus with their credit scoring system, and Pocket Bank gets the great overall user experience. Thanks a lot, guys.
Aztec.
Woo! I always like to come in with a bang. So, like the other teams have said, we were just bloody blown away with the quality of everyone. We had 3 prizes. We had 2 prizes. Sorry, we couldn't choose, so we made 3. So, unranked, we're gonna award prizes to New Aztec for their solution for selective privacy. One for Lens for their ZK loans, and also one for ZK Creds, who was an honorable mention, so you didn't get to see them, but they basically made an identity solution in zero knowledge. So congrats to all, and contact me for collecting the prize. Thank you very much.
ENS. Is ENS? Yep.
Hi guys, I'm Jeff from ENS. Just want to thank you all for attending this great hackathon. It's probably more my fault that I turned up late because of all the flight problems I had, but we only had 3 submissions to the ENS and we have 5 prizes. And one of them was uneligible, so we're only giving away 2 prizes. So next time you guys are at ETH Global Hackathon and we're doing a sponsorship, you guys should definitely do it because it's probably the easiest integration bounty to get. So there was $600 left on the table and I'm just going to have to spend it on drinks. So without further ado, the 2 eligible submissions was onelend.io. And they did some reverse resolution on their usernames and hopefully they'll do some other stuff too soon. And the other eligible solution was Credeth. And they integrated ENS for address resolution. And if any of you guys need help with integrating ENS, you guys can tweet me or send me a DM on Twitter. I'm at _Jeff Lau. So I'm always happy to help with integrating ENS. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, ENS. Next up, we have DAOstack.
Hello? Yeah. So we have 2 prizes. First was for optimizing gas usage for our protocol. That goes to Cryptomaniacs. And the other one was to create a creative dApp on our platform, which goes to Crowdsurance. They made a DAO-based insurance option. Peer-to-peer insurance. Now, other than that, we have DHack open for proposals, and from where we'll be sponsoring more.
What's up, guys? Woo! 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 Is it working? It never works. Once. Oh yeah. Yeah?
Because it's on this one.
So in the meanwhile, okay, yeah, now it works, but this is not the right window. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. So if you guys didn't redeem your reputation yet, you still have time. This is basically how the DHack looks. I've posted a few times how to redeem your reputation in the group. If you have any more questions, let me know. We have 7 proposals live already. And as you can see, there's 20 ETH inside the DHack for you guys to collect. Let's take a look at some of the proposals that we have. Oh, shit. Yay, it works. Yeah, so all is for sale, put up proposal, Phantom News. I can see that we also have some votes here. Oh, let me go quickly on how to vote. You have 2 ways to vote. You can either go into the proposal and vote for or against. Or the other way is from this panel right here. You can vote for or against in the little hamburger menu. Yeah, basically there's a lot of money here. The guys who will decide who gets it is you. And yeah, I think I saw, yeah, so this is a nice proposal from Novelty Network. Yeah, I see there's like I think there's like a vote against and a vote for. So vote for each other, take the funds out, enjoy, and yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to come.
Okay, so now let the stage to Jacob and Karthik, who's going to talk about come and talk about ETH Global. I'm just too excited after this.
It's not mine. Hello. So I wanted to take the next few minutes and obviously kind of wrap up the event, but generally kind of go over some of the things that we accomplished this weekend. This was the second time doing ETHIndia, and compared to last year, this blew our minds a lot more, and we're so excited to be able to kind of get a crowd like you that were super excited working on all these amazing projects, especially newcomers that we saw this year compared to last year. So I want to just make sure that I get the opportunity to thank everybody, and I really appreciate you spending the weekend in this venue and working on something that you get excited about. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to do that, and a lot of people are in that position to do that. And a lot of people don't even know they want to do that. And you knowing any of these things and still being here is amazing, because this is how we actually improve technology, and you guys are part of that wave. So thank you so much. Are we up? Can we go on the next slide?
Can we put the slides up?
Yeah, this was my slide, and it doesn't matter. Go back. So so the things I want to talk about is I want to thank a lot of people that actually spend the last few months and more so since last August making this event happen. And one thing I want to talk about is that apart from these thank yous, the goal for these events is to actually encourage people to learn and kind of explore and experiment. So these are not specifically competitions. We don't kind of want you to win a specific prize or solve a particular problem. This is about how do we make it easy for you to learn and kind of think about what could be possible. And as a result, you can see the culture here, you can see the excitement here, and if you notice, even the final projects that came on stage, they were a lot of work in progress. A lot of them talked about this is what they want to do. A lot of them talked about this is what they tried to do, but then got into bugs or some features not implemented. And that's amazing. That's not a bad thing. That is exactly what we want, to be able to show something and show progress and then continue working on it. So really important theme here is that this is an opportunity to experiment and give it a shot and then continue moving on it. So without further ado, I want to actually spend the next few minutes thanking certain people. So obviously, you saw ETH Global and DevFolio and ETHIndia kind of happen, but these were the people that actually spent all their time making sure you have a great experience. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just thank everybody personally, because these are the people that made everything happen. Us two did not do anything, like, trust me. So without further ado, it's Devanshu, Dhruvi. We got to keep clapping. We're thanking all. Devanshu, Dhruvi, Tejan, Akshay, Sumit, Vikas, Ishan, Hari, Adit, Pushkar, Tanu, Suman, Dalsuk, Akarsh,
Kevin,
Shraddha, Akash, Arun, and Subhashini. Thank you so much for volunteering all the past few days and through the past few weeks to making sure everything happens on this venue. Of course, our judges who actually did all the hard work of choosing the top teams from the 60 projects that we saw. Ashish, Aryaman, Gautam, Ram, Varun, Some, Baron, Jayanti, and Eli. They spent the last few hours and all this morning going through multiple projects, arguing with each other who should actually be picked. And that's the toughest job. So really appreciate you taking out the time and being here on a Sunday. And of course, the DevFolio team, Shakti, Nishant, Utkarsh, Abhishek, Denver, and Pratik. All of these members have spent the last 2 years making ETHIndia happen, and I cannot thank them enough for putting on this amazing show. It is because of them that we have this venue, this event, and the experience you have that we shared this weekend. So thanks so much. So it's a good question. What do the actual finalists win? We saw 6 teams come on stage. One thing that is unique about ETH Global events is that these are not actual competitions. And not only are they not pure competitions where people are solving specific problems or trying to win a specific prize, we actually don't even announce what the prizes are anywhere on the website. And obviously, there's the loophole here is that you can see me say this in any other events closing ceremony, and you know what I'm going to talk about. But we don't actually have first, second, third place. There are no winners. The 6 teams that came on stage are our finalists, and they are all winners. We kind of consider them equal, and they all essentially are first. So congratulations to all 6 of you, and also the honorable mentions who kind of got super close to making it. And we hope that you continue to work on it, and we'll see you next year. In terms of what they actually win, we're going to keep it simple. Every member on each of these teams will get 1 ETH as a prize. And we'll figure out how to give it to you after, or the currencies, or whatever the logistics are. But congratulations to every single team. You got 1 ETH.
And also, I just want to add that you are in a great ecosystem where there's tons of opportunities to fund your projects that you built this weekend. So some of them were mentioned, like the Binance Labs thing, the Tachyon, which is run by Consensus. Their application is just open this week. The winning teams, I think you also get to skip the first 2 rounds of Consensus Lab interviews. So that's pretty cool too. And of course, the DHack is continuity funds. So if you guys want to keep hacking on your project, make sure you put a proposal in and get some ETH and start building.
Yeah, and to sound like a broken record, again, the goal is to start here and keep working on your projects. We want to figure out how to support you anywhere from talking to projects to future funding and grants and anything around there. So we want to see you continue working on these projects, and we'll be more than happy to offer you avenues to continue doing so. So obviously, we talked about the people that make this happen. One obvious thing is it's the sponsors. They are the ones that are making sure that you have an amazing experience for all of our events, and especially for ETHIndia, where they've been here. They've been also pulling the same all-nighters with you, so they can help you if you're stuck at 3 a.m., and we can't thank them enough. So I'm going to just kind of quickly say out their names and make sure that they also get the thank you that they deserve. So first of our platinum sponsors, New Cypher. We got to keep clapping. Go on. Lendroid as our gold sponsor, and Kyber and Matic as our silver sponsors. And then Aave, ENS, DAOstack, QuickNote, Taurus, and Aztec as our bronze sponsors for ETHIndia. And of course, our 2019 partners that are kind of here to support all these events in global: Ethereum Foundation, Scale Labs, ENS, Consensus, 0x, Taurus, Matic, UNICEF, Offchain Labs, New Cypher, Bounties Network, and Thundercore. It's because of these sponsors you have all these amazing experiences, and we can't wait to have them and you at other events. So this wouldn't be an ETH Global event without us kind of talking about what's next. We started in 2017, and this is our 12th event in the past 2 years. It's incredible to kind of see this happen. 12 events that are a size of a few hundred people. It's so unimaginable because 12 seems super small, but 2.5 years to get here, and we couldn't be more excited to tell you what's up and coming. So we got 2 more events left this year. Next up is ETH Boston. We'll be doing this right at Harvard University, and it's on September 6th to 8th of this year. And if you are interested in attending this, anybody on the live stream or this audience or even as a sponsor, this will be the next event where you'll see all of us. And our final event for 2019, which is our premier main season event, is going to be ETH Waterloo, which is where all it started 2 years ago, and we're super excited to go back to Waterloo, and it's going to be November 8th, exactly a month after DEF CON, and we're going to do a whole wrap-up of how the Ethereum ecosystem has kind of come to starting since our beginning of 2017. So these are the next 2 events, and with that, I want to thank everybody that made it here this weekend, and we hope to see you, obviously, at the next event, and also right after this, closing ceremonies. Before we leave, I want to just actually get all the volunteers and organizers who are in this room to just come up, because they deserve that recognition, and we want to make sure that they're here. So if you are here, actually we'll get the judges as well too while we're at it. Please come on up to stage, and we'll just do a quick photo with everybody that made this event happen.
Thank you to all of you. Say ETH. And that's a wrap.
All right, you can sleep now.